Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all having a very nice and comfy Saturday night, and hopefully you guys are all actually have a very nice holiday too as well. Happy early Easter if you guys go and celebrate. Actually, as I'm making this video, I'm a little bit curious too as well if you guys want to leave your comment down below on what you guys usually actually watch YouTube videos on. I'm more of a laptop guy, and I actually, funny enough, usually fall asleep whenever I'm watching YouTube in general. So I'm kind of curious if you guys are more on like your phone, on your actual consoles, or whatever you guys go into. Just a little bit of, I guess, random side comment mixed on in. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, welcome. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, or just for the PS5 giveaway. So we're going to be discussing up a little bit of a video, kind of like a strange and kind of somewhat leak mixed on into as well, which is actually some really bad news when it comes to the PlayStation 5 restocks and the future PS5 restocks also scheduled on up. We have some employee leaks we're going to go discuss on and talk about kind of the overall theme as well on why the PlayStation 5 is actually having so many major issues. So I kind of want to give my kind of my 2 cents mixed down with this, because we also saw Matt make an article on this. So that's kind of what I'm going to be chiming on, or kind of quoting on, and also discussing my own viewpoint too as well on it. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, we always do have the Amazon links down below if you guys want to check and see for the digital PS5s, disc or digitals. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to follow. As I mentioned, if you guys want to subscribe for the PS5 giveaway with the notifications on, or for restock news, I got you guys. As well as also the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, and you guys go and get free Bitcoin as well. Those are always linked down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. So kind of going, I want to touch on this and kind of explain on this. So the major kind of focal point we're going to go get into in maybe a few moments, maybe like 3 or so minutes into the actual video itself, is that there is basically going to maybe be a really bad delay slash like a little bit of a lull, just basically where no consoles are actually going to be restocking for a while. Now that does not mean it's going to be completely zero. We'll still see other restocks as well. Or if you guys even saw our previous video, we actually had some good UK news, which also may relate to this too as well. But overall, we actually have some employee leaks discussing the fact that all the overall next actual shipments of consoles are extremely small, extremely lacking, and very well not what we want to go in here for a lot of us out here trying to go get our consoles. So I just want to report on the news itself. But first of all, there's kind of like a bit of a few points that actually Matt made in his article over here on the Tech Radar article, where basically it's kind of like going over the overall gist of why it's actually so hard to get the console. I'll have to put a little timestamp for the actual leak stuff as well. But it's kind of interesting to kind of go and see other people's viewpoints, because I think collectively most people kind of agree on the same things. It basically comes down to the semiconductor issues, which is, well, not good overall, mainly because everything has semiconductors. I'm sure you guys have heard this on a bajillion different videos, and even on my videos, other people, whatever. But also a few other little kind of mixture of things mixed down in as well, which I would kind of necessarily agree with, but I think it always kind of does just kind of come down to the semiconductor. You just can't make as many. You can't kind of actually go in to meet up the demands with the supply. It's just kind of normal tokenomics of basically products. It makes sense. It's normal, whatever, accounting 101. But kind of some other interesting things he kind of wanted to throw in for his article is more so on like the collateral, which I can kind of agree with too as well. We've touched on that before, where basically if everyone's working from home, or you guys know how we had that really major surge when it came from everyone working at home, they also had all those issues of people buying webcams, computers, which of course have GPUs, which use the semiconductors, same with the CPUs, getting keyboards, mouses, cameras, whatever people had to go and buy. Basically, a lot of it did kind of come down to all those semiconductors, which we've kind of touched on and kind of bounced into as well with the previous ideas, which would make sense. And that also kind of goes and takes supply away from everything from the actual PS5. I totally get it. And of course, they also kind of chime in a few other things too as well with the resellers and scammers. Now, the resellers for sure, because if you have all these people that set up bots, etc., trying to go basically make as much money as they can, buy as many consoles as they can, I mean, of course, they're going to be taking stock away from people. This is kind of like all kind of obvious stuff, I'd say, in general. So it's like, people, you have all these bots, they're taking away stock from Amazon drops, Walmart drops, etc. So everyone always goes and calls Walmart bot mart. Like, kind of dumb. But the kind of funny thing is the scammer. Like, one thing they actually want to go and quote over here from the Tech Radar article, scammers are making things even worse. Worse than resellers are scammers who target down on their luck consumers via Twitter, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and completely fraudulent websites to make it look real. Scammers promise to sell buyers the PS5 around $550, but basically a small little markup and go from there. Now, I'm going to go be honest, in terms of actually like the PS5 restock, I have no idea why he mentioned this in general. I do agree it's really bad. I mean, I have like Twitter scammers, I have YouTube scammers. Please make sure you guys just don't trust anything on the internet. That's just like the end all be deal over there. But I don't necessarily really think that scammers are making the stock any bit worse at all. This is not me kind of like critiquing the article too bad at all. I'm just gonna say it. Instead, I think it's almost kind of nice whenever people mention that stuff, because I don't want people getting scammed in the community or just anyone in general trying to go get their consoles. But kind of just a little bit of a funny like little side note to kind of throw on in. And he also kind of try to go and blame crypto miners too, which I don't necessarily kind of really think that really changes anything as well. Mainly because you actually can't go mine any cryptocurrency with your GPUs on your actual consoles. Or also AMD and NVIDIA, they're going to keep on making the same amount of actual stock in general. So that's not necessarily taken away from all these people, because Sony and Xbox also have their own individual contracts of what they're going to be made from AMD. I mean, it could possibly maybe like overall as AMD as the company, maybe it's kind of set things on back a little bit, but in terms of actual like pure stock, it doesn't really change it that much. But the major thing, sorry, just kind of touched on this stuff, but basically I agree. Like those are all kind of the same common points where a lot of people are saying semiconductors bad, work from home bad, at least for PlayStation 5 restocks, and also everyone trying to make money and scalp on it bad. But the major thing I want to go and quote on for this actual article itself, because this is more of the intriguing things right here, and kind of what the main kind of focus on this will actually be on myself. PlayStation 5 restocks look dire for April with a long-term fix. Now, first of all, good. Finding PS5 stock, well, not good for this, I'm saying good for the long-term fix. Finding PS5 stock may only be harder through April and May 2021, according to the retailers who spoke to Tech Radar on the condition of anonymity. Oh, see, like I said that wrong. Citing reliance on Sony shipments to their stores. They're not seeing the inventory that they hoped for. Now, I'm kind of curious on this too as well, because we actually have had Tech Radar maybe have like one or so early leaks when it comes to Walmart. Like, I'll give them credit, like anyone who's trying to help out people with consoles, because thumbs up for me. But when it comes to this, I'm very kind of curious on how the internals will actually go and affect some stuff. Mainly because we actually have been kind of seeing somewhat on the reverse, but as well, if you guys kind of factor in on this whole entire week, and also the Amazon drop that still has not happened, everything is looking a little bit on the suspicious side, if anything, mainly from the Sony stock. But I could actually kind of agree. We had no PS Directs, which was kind of bad. The UK actually has a lot of big stock shown on up, which is good, but also does take away stock from America. We also have all the other major regions, such as like Egypt as well, getting their first waves. India is also overdue, so they may also want to be focusing all their stock up on India, as well as Egypt and other those side regions, you know, the UK, maybe even the Canada news, because we in America have had very consistent good restocks. Think Best Buy, 5 weeks in a row, very good. A lot of PS Directs. We had a double Target drop. We had like basically really big Walmart drops, etc. So it would kind of make sense now that some of this stock is getting lower. Think GameStop, that had not that much stock in their last previous drops, mainly only bundles, as well as also Walmart. A lot of stock still has not even been really sent on out, or it's just in processing right now, or even things like Target and Best Buy, where Best Buy did not even drop. Some places did not even have digital consoles, as well as also Target, which is a really long, really like weird long delay mixed on in. And also the only 1 week period we had there was also weird because it was a very small restock. It like almost seemed like regional or sold out very quick. I don't know. I can kind of see it. We're basically just kind of bad news. Now, of course, I would love to actually have some employees reach out and try to get more actual confirmations mixed down with this, because I can actually kind of agree with this. I think it makes a lot of sense. And even if you guys keep on thinking we keep on bringing up the Suez Canal, realistically, that actually did probably go and set some things back an extra week or 2 weeks, which also could go make the early start for us in America in April a little bit more on the drier side. As well as I also mentioned the earlier on today, a lot of UK retailers are getting restocks, which kind of leads towards they may be focusing all their restock up in the UK, trying to go focus on the India drop, because they were actually supposed to have restocks up in March. And they still haven't actually gotten it. It's now April. So I can maybe see Sony trying to do their best to focus on the stock in India, in Egypt, because they just released the Egyptian stock, UK, and maybe some of the other small places like up in Europe. Think like, you know, Poland, Italy, Germany, etc. I can honestly kind of go and see it. It would make a lot of sense. And of course, I can't go and see the internals, which is why I'm kind of signing up this article over here from Tech Radar, where they basically literally went and said, hey, we're basically having retailers say we're not getting a lot of stock. This is like this is bad news. If they don't have the stock and Sony's not delivering the stock, we're not gonna get the consoles. That's just kind of, it's just like that's just how it is. So overall, this is like, if anything, the major point for this article, where it's just really not good. And there's also kind of quotes and stuff we've been saying throughout the past few days. Best Buy didn't have a restock this week, which is kind of surprising, as I mentioned, because it's been so many weeks in a row with Best Buy. And Best Buy has usually been the #1 retailer in my mind when it comes to stock. And also same thing too as well, they had no digitals. Usually almost every place drops with the digitals, even think like Target, etc. Walmart and Sony basically have also been quiet too, which is true. Usually Walmart's on like a 2-week cycle, and basically Walmart itself did not have a stock, and they also are taking a long time to go and send out their previous restocks they actually had in general. So kind of very intriguing. One kind of interesting things too as well, where they kind of go and say, mention Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Do you guys, kind of a question I guess for the video too as well, do you guys genuinely think that we're going to still be actually having all these issues with those consoles that many months from now? Because realistically, it's like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Like, that's 9 months away. I don't know about that. That's kind of long. Maybe, but I kind of feel like we're going to keep on getting more and more stock as stuff kind of goes on. And as we keep on dealing with all the semiconductor issues, I think it might be a little bit quicker than that, but we can maybe save that for another separate video. I would like to actually hear your thoughts. But there is also still a lot of people out there, well, you guys watching this video included, that still need their consoles. So I'm a little bit kind of curious on how many of you guys are still trying to go get one in general as well. And of course, the article, we've touched on a lot of this stuff where it basically ends up on saying, longer term, the fix may come in the form of new spending outside of Taipei, TSMC in South Korea, and Samsung, which we've touched on a lot when it comes to that, where they're basically trying their best to go make semiconductors or try to improve that as well. And also the fact that the United States wants to go put $50 billion. We made a few videos on that too as well back in the day. So kind of interesting stuff to go and touch on. More so, as I mentioned, just the one major article right here. We've touched on pretty much all this other stuff, so it's not as relevant for this, but more so on the fact that they actually have some retailers leaking that the stock is looking really bad. That's very, very, very intriguing in general. It's very, very intriguing. So I'll have the actual article linked down below in the description itself. I do think Matt's pretty relevant up in the actual PS5 Restock community. I do kind of mostly agree with this thing pretty like 90%. I mean, sometimes you make articles, you throw in a few little extra things just to like make sure people are like protected, think like the scammer stuff. So nothing wrong with that. And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts. Very interesting article, very interesting critique, I guess, going on. And hopefully we'll have more restocks, but with the UK maybe taking the priority in other regions as well, it may lead towards a very, very dry April and May here for all of us trying to get our consoles. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. You have the Amazon links down below for the PS5s. We make sure you guys are subscribed with the brand new notifications on if you guys want to, or for the PS5 giveaway as well. We also have the Twitter and Twitch streams, the link down below if you guys want to follow. We of course also have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. I'll see you guys up on the next one.